It's a busy day.
We'll start a session. Okay. Good morning, everyone. It's like the voice of Morgan Freeman.
You wish.
Yeah, I wish. I'd like to call the Committee on Children's meeting together to order, excuse me, on Tuesday, January 28th, 2025 at 10:07 a.m. With that said, I'd like to give the floor to my co-chair, Senator Marr, and any of our ranking members for brief remarks. Senator?
Good morning. Just glad to be here with everyone, and hopefully we can move this forward expeditiously. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Martin. Senator Martin, very brief this morning. Representative Dauphiné.
To our handsome chair, I might add. I'm looking forward to an effective and efficient meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Dauphiné, for the wonderful compliment that once again will go down in history. I like to be respectful of our vice chairs. Representative Wielander, do you have anything you'd like to say?
Good morning.
Thank you. With that said, we're moving very quickly this morning, folks. First on the agenda, item 3, proposed bills to draft as committee bills. The first up, we have proposed House Bill number 6180, which is an act concerning notice of firearms by operators of family child care homes. This bill would require operators of licensed family child care homes to notify parents if guns are kept in the home. It would also require that if such an operator fails to notify parents or is found to be in violation of our existing safe storage laws, that they would risk their license with the Office of Early Childhood. May I please have a motion on the floor to draft proposed House Bill 6180?
So moved.
So moved by Senator Marr. Seconded.
Second.
Second by Representative Wielander. Is there any discussion? Representative Dauphiné.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just wanted to express some opposition to this bill. This bill would have families reveal that they're gun owners. And I think that most families that are gun owners wouldn't want that to be made public. We already have very strict laws with regard to safe boxing, locking up our firearms in our homes. So I will be a no on this. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative, for your comments. Any other discussion? Senator,
Yeah,
Senator Martin.
for the record, for the same reasons, I'll be voting no.
Thank you, Senator. Any other discussion? Is there any discussion online? Seeing none, Mr. Clerk, please call the roll. And I would like to also reiterate that the votes will be held open today until the start of the first session. Thank you. Mr. Clerk?
A motion has been made and seconded to draft agenda item 1, an act HB 6180, an act concerning notice of firearms by operators of family child care homes. Representative Paris.
Representative Paris votes yes.
Senator Marr.
Senator Marr votes yes.
Representative Wielander.
Representative Wielander votes yes.
Senator Cohen. Representative Dauphiné.
Rep. Dauphiné votes no.
Senator Martin.
Senator Martin votes no.
Representative Belton.
Belton votes yes.
Representative Boyd. Representative Comey. Representative Kitt. Senator Kushner. Representative Lanou.
No.
Senator Marks.
Yes.
Representative Martinez.
Representative Martinez votes yes.
Representative Mastro Francesco. Representative McGee.
Yes.
Representative Pizzuto. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Once again, votes will be held open into the start of the first session today. Second item, item number 2 under column 3, an act extending financial assistance for the post-secondary education expenses of foster youth. It is House Bill number 6182. This bill would raise the age limit of an existing DCF program to allow foster youth to receive financial aid for a college education from 23 to the age of 28. Do I have a motion on the floor?
So moved.
So moved by Representative Wielander.
Second.
Seconded by Senator Marr. Is there discussion? Representative Dauphiné.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just wanted to point out that currently the state pays for community college for all state residents. So there's been a change since the age of 23, which now is capping this at 28. I would say this is going to add a huge burden to the taxpayers of the state, while we are already providing an opportunity for college for students, and including foster children. And I think the age of 28 is I don't even know how to say it, but it's an extreme coverage of this kind of benefit. So I'm going to be a no. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Dauphiné. Senator Martin?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. How different is this, other than the age? Is there anything else different?
No, Senator, there's nothing else.
So we're basically extending this from a 23-year-old that may have already gone to college, and now we're extending it to 28. Most 28-year-old children or adults, that's what they are. They're adults, and they are in the workforce.
That is, to my knowledge, based on what the concept reads out with the summary, that is correct, Senator.
Okay,
It's just
no,
going up for
thank you.
age.
I'll
Thank
be
you.
I'll be a no. Thank you.
Thank you. Representative Welander.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just to provide a little bit more information, what we have found in over time is that, which makes sense, it's logical, that children who are part of the foster care system often, and by that definition, do not have the same beginnings that a traditional family pathway has. And so therefore are often not afforded the opportunities from the same scheduling time point. So what this does is just allows for these children who have already been, to use the word that we're talking about this year a lot, disconnected from the traditional pathways for success. It gives them a little bit more time to complete these types of programs, get degrees, to better themselves and provide a better future for themselves and their future families. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Any further discussion? Seeing no further discussion, you all are mighty quiet today. Seeing no further discussion, Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
A motion has been made and seconded to draft agenda item number 2, HB 6182, an act extending financial assistance for the post-secondary education expenses of foster youth. Representative Paris,
Paris is a yes.
Senator Marr,
Senator Marr votes yes.
Representative Welander,
Representative Welander votes yes.
Senator Cohen, Representative Dauphiné,
Dauphiné votes no.
Senator Martin. Do you mind speaking it into the mic, please?
No, I will not speak into the mic.
Representative Belton,
Yes.
Representative Boyd, Representative Comey,
Yes.
Representative Kit,
Yes.
Senator Kushner, Representative Lanou,
No.
Senator Marks,
Yes.
Representative Martinez,
Yes.
Representative Mastro Francesco, Representative McGee,
Yes.
Representative Pizzuto. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. I appreciate that. Next up on our list, we have proposed House Bill number 6183, an act concerning the appointment of the child advocate. Essentially, this bill would restore the Office of the Child Advocate to its roots as an independent oversight role. Currently, the governor appoints both the Commissioner of Children and Families and the Child Advocate, who provides oversight to DCF. Appointing the Child Advocate with an independent board would better ensure that the office can fulfill its purpose without potential conflicts. May I please have a motion to draft proposed bill, House Bill 6183?
So moved.
So moved by the good Senator Marr. Seconded by Representative Lanou first.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman. How are you?
Good, sir. How are you?
Very good, thanks. A couple of quick questions. I'm just trying to see where we're going with this. This bill is to form a board within the Child Advocate's office. Is that correct?
Would you mind repeating the question, and I will yield the microphone over to Representative Welander to answer some of those.
Sure thing. The board that we're trying to establish here, This is going to be housed within the Child Advocate's office?
Through you, Mr. Chair. Thank you for the question. What this would do would be actually returning the Office of the Child Advocate to its original formation, so to speak. Originally, it was independent of any agency or oversight from a particular person or entity. And at some point in the last 20 to 30 years, I believe, what it became was a position that was nominated by the governor's office, which can be challenging for if we're asking someone to essentially be a watchdog for all of the children across the state in any type of capacity. It's really important to make sure that they are fully independent, so they have the ability to advocate for the safety of our children, to be helpful to all of the parents and the families across the state, without there being any type of indication of well, I don't know how to say it, but any shadow of any other agency or entity of oversight. Does that make was I clear? I hope.
Yeah, I understand what you said. I guess my question is, the board, is that going to be within the Child Advocate's office?
The board would be part of that. It would sort of be under the umbrella, but the advocate would be appointed by the members of the board.
Okay, and the board, who does this board belong to?
It would belong to the state. Truly.
Okay, but again, is it going to sit within the Child Advocate's office, or is it going to be within some other office, some other department? That's what I'm trying to understand.
No, it would not be within another department. It would be belonging to the legislature, to the governing body.
So that it'd be a legislative board. Would these be legislative members, senators or representatives, or?
My understanding, and this is something that I believe this still has some room for, processing, is that it would be similar to the existing board, in which it is a bipartisanly appointed board, but a bipartisanly appointed committee to be the board, this advisory board, but that it would be independent rather than the board existing and the appointment of the advocate under the office of the governor.
Okay. You said you want to return the Child Advocate to be.
Representative, one more question. I want to I know Senator Martin has questions. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No.
I just want to make sure we're doing a 2-person limit, and then we'll come back afterwards after everyone else has had their
I do have
questions.
one more
To be fair.
question, then then I understand.
Yep.
I'll ask my last question, and then I have a few comments. You mentioned that the board is that the Child Advocate's office, you want to return the Advocate's office to be independent again, to not come under any other department. Currently, what other department does it come under that it has to directly answer to?
The office of the governor, because the advocate, the position is an appointed position by the governor, rather than independently appointed by a bipartisan board or committee.
Okay. I appreciate your answers. I thank you for them. Right now we have the advocate is it's a set term. So the governors can come and go, but for that set time limit, those set amount of years, the advocate stays, right? And when there's a vacancy, when that term is up, whoever the governor is nominates, and then both houses of the legislature, the people's legislature, who we're all voted in by, the people at large in the state of Connecticut, we have a vote, each one of us. I want to preserve that. I believe strongly in that. I don't want to have certain people appoint members of a board, and that board makes a decision, and we're somehow ceding power or somehow kicking it to somebody else. I want us to be able to still have that judgment. And I understand the advocate's office, the child advocate, is vitally, vitally important. It's probably one of the most important jobs. We want somebody independent. We want that watchdog who can really watch over our children, look over the different departments, report back to us in a very unbiased way. That's just be almost a very important umpire that can call those balls and strikes as they see it. with leaving politics completely out of it. I fully agree with that. However, I think we need to many important positions in this country that have the same idea of being independent, whether it's in the judicial, the executive, on the federal level, state level. They still require the president appoints the House, the members of the Senate confirm. In Connecticut, both chambers have to make confirmation approvals. So I think we need to do that. And I think I want to retain that. I'm very concerned, even in concept, and with all due respect to the proponent, that we're going down a very slippery slope here. So I will be a no today, but we'll see what happens. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Representative. I appreciate it. Senator Martin, did you have comments? And then I know Representative Leelander
Yeah.
has a last comment as well.
Yeah, yes, I do. I've been on this committee 3 terms or 3 different periods of my tenure here. And my very first year that I arrived, I was on this committee. And we had some issues with DCF, and we received a lot of comments from back then the child advocacy, who was Sarah Egan. Her office did an outstanding job of bringing clarity to the issues that we had back then and throughout her whole term here. And it's sad that we've lost her, and she's moved on to another agency. But she was nominated by the governor back then. She's done an outstanding job. I don't see a problem with having the governor continue to appoint and having the committee of the nominations committee here that we have to confirm or not confirm an individual that may not be scrutinized, or perhaps is shouldn't be in that position. I think the committee does a good job of scrutinize those individuals to a point where we have in the past hit the pause button, held back a person from being nominated, and then came back with somebody else, or we just got some more information on the person that was nominated and we continued with the vote. So I don't see the system broken, and try to include more people to an oversight board or a selection board, basically, for this one person. So I'm in the camp of, it's not fixed, it's not broken, so no need to fix it.
Thank you, Senator, for your comments. Representative Leelander.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you very much for the feedback from my colleagues. This is something that we are still working out the details to, and so I do really appreciate the feedback, and I apologize that I was not as clear as I intended to be in my answer. What this proposal would do, it really wouldn't change very much at all. The bipartisan committee would be given the authority to make the recommendation for this position, and then it would still, the potential, and I'm hearing this as a very important part of it, could still come directly to the legislature to be voted on by the body as a whole, perhaps go to the Executive Nominations Committee. It would still have legislative oversight with, full vetting. It would just make sure that the appointment process was as independent as possible. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Any further discussion on this matter?
Mr. Chair.
Senator Martin.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to change anybody's mind here today, but I don't see that being, depending on the number of people that are on that board, if it's bipartisan or not. Currently, the makeup of most of the boards here in the state are in the majority's favor, and I beg to differ that this would be a bipartisan selection process. This could become very, very political, just in its nature structure, if we have a majority and minority representation on that board.
Thank you, Senator. Any further discussion? Senator Martin, my apologies.
Well, no, just wanted to move this along since it is a proposed bill and we will have time to discuss this further.
Thank you. Appreciate you, Senator. Mr. Clerk, will you please call the roll?
A motion has been made and seconded to draft agenda item number 3, HB 6183, an act concerning the appointment of the child advocate. Representative Paris.
Paris is a yes.
Senator Marr.
Senator Marr votes yes.
Representative Wieland.
Representative Wieland votes yes.
Senator Cohen. Representative Dauphiné.
Dauphiné votes no.
Senator Martin.
Into the mic, no.
Representative Belton.
Belton votes yes.
Representative Boyd. Representative Comey.
Yes.
Representative Kitt.
Representative Kitt votes yes.
Senator Kushner. Representative Lanu.
No.
Senator Marks.
Yes.
Representative Martinez.
Yes.
Representative Mastro Francesco. Representative McGee.
Yes.
Representative Pizzuto. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next, we have proposed House Bill number 6185, an act concerning the consumption of energy drinks by children. May I please have a motion to draft the proposed House Bill 6185?
So moved.
So moved by Marr, seconded by Belton. Thank you. This bill is a bill which is similar to a bill that was passed in the House last year and would establish a working group to study the medical risk of children consuming energy drinks and require signage on those risks to be posted where energy drinks are sold. It would not ban children from buying energy drinks, only to inform them of their potential risk so that they and their parents can make informed decisions. Is there any discussion on the proposed bill at hand? Representative Dauphiné.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I would just say that I was a no last year and I will be a no this year. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Any further discussion? Senator Martin.
So the explanation on the study, it's to look at how harmful it would be to the children,
That's
and then just changing the labeling on the product itself, or is it more than that?
providing signage in the storefronts, as far as I know, based on the summary, sir. Thank you, Senator. Any further discussion? Seeing none, Mr. Clerk, I'm sorry? Seeing none, Mr. Clerk, please call the roll. Thank you.
A motion has been made and seconded to draft agenda item number 4, HB 6185, an act concerning the consumption of energy drinks by children. Representative Paris.
Harris is a yes.
Senator Marr.
Senator Marr votes yes.
Representative Wieland.
Representative Wieland votes yes.
Senator Cohen. Representative Dauphiné.
Dauphiné votes no.
Senator Martin.
Martin votes no.
Representative Belton.
Yes.
Representative Boyd. Representative Comey. Representative Kitt.
Representative Kitt votes yes.
Senator Kushner. Representative Lanu.
No.
Senator Marks.
Yes.
Representative Martinez.
Yes.
Representative Mastro Francesco. Representative McGee.
Yes.
Representative Pizzuto. Representative Comey.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Next, we have proposed bills to be reserved for subject matter public hearings. First proposed bill is proposed House Bill number 5474, an act concerning the use of social media platforms by individuals 16 years of age and under. May I please have a motion to reserve proposed House Bill 5474 for a subject matter public hearing?
So moved.
So moved by Senator Marr, seconded by Senator Marks. This bill would prohibit social media platforms from targeting children and require parents to give permission before any child under the age of 16 can create a social media account. We are reserving this bill again for a subject matter public hearing so we can learn more about the issue and how we might be able to better protect children online. With that said, any further discussion on this matter? No, seeing no further discussion, Mr. Clerk, please call the roll. We don't need a roll. My goodness, we can do a voice vote. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. All opposed? The ayes have it. Beautiful. An act concerning, next up, proposed House Bill number 6186, an act concerning medical records pertaining to prenatal care and mandated reports. May I please have a motion to reserve House Bill 6186 for a subject matter public hearing? Moved by McGee, seconded by Belton. Thank you. This bill would prohibit medical records pertaining to prenatal care from being included in reports made to DCF by mandated reporters. Again, we are reserving this bill for a subject matter public hearing to learn more about the issue. With that said, any discussion? Seeing no discussion, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it. Beautiful. Thank you very much. Next, we have concepts that need to be raised. First concept on our agenda is an act increasing the per-child foster care maintenance rate. May I please have a motion to raise item number 1 on the agenda? So moved by Martinez. Second. Seconded by Martz. Thank you, Senator. This bill would simply increase the per-child foster care maintenance rate to $1,100 per month. Any discussion? Seeing no discussion, may I take a voice vote for this? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Seeing none, the ayes have it. Next concept we have is an act concerning the recommendations of the Department of Children and Families. This bill would contain several proposals from the Department of Children and Families, which includes making changes that would ensure that a child is placed with a relative or kin in an emergency placement. Background checks will again continue to be in compliance with the recent changes to the federal law. It would also adopt the 2009 revisions of the Interstate Compact on the Placement of Children. It would establish a Bill of Rights for foster parents and licensed caregivers. It would also create a statutory process for young adults who age out of DCF care to voluntarily remain in DCF care until the age of 21, which would codify existing DCF practices. It would also allow for DCF to share certain information with the Department of Developmental Services and the Office of Policy Management for the purpose of cooperating with investigations relating to abuse and neglect or labor relations. And lastly, it would allow children to receive special education services who receive special education services to remain in DCF licensed facilities until they graduate high school or the end of the school year, during which they reach the age of 22, which would keep them in compliance with changes the legislature made in 2023's House Bill 5001. With that said, may I please have a motion to raise item number 2 on the agenda?
So moved.
So moved by Senator Marr. Is there a second? Second by Representative Kitt. Any discussion? Seeing no discussion, I take a voice vote. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. All those opposed? Abstentions? The ayes have it. Next concept we have is an act concerning early educator pay equity. This bill would require the OEC to set payment rates for state-funded early childhood education programs, perhaps in line with the payment schedule proposed by the office in 2023 to create parity between these programs and public school educators. May I please have a motion to raise item number 3 on the agenda?
So moved.
So moved by Senator Marr. Second? Second by Representative Comey. Thank you. Any discussion? Senator Martin.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Could you give a little bit more detail on to what the baseline would be for tying the pay to?
The baseline would be set to, from my understanding, and it's very limited in terms of what the language will be, but it'll be more set to what the OEC has already discovered during a study. They looked at how to get the pay parity up. This would just implement that plan to ensure that they're actually following the study's recommendations.
Okay, and was that study made available to the committee here?
The study was not made available to the committee recently, but we can get that study over to you, sir.
Yeah, I think we should. I'm going to be
Thanks,
a no,
Senator.
just to sort of flag it. But we'll hear it and we'll see where it takes us. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator. Any further discussion? Representative Dauphiné.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Would this be more appropriate to go to approps?
I think it would start here as a concept and then move over to approps after, should we get through the language and the meat of the bill, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank
Chair.
you. Any further discussion? This is better than the Chiefs on Sunday. Well, Mr. Clerk, please call the roll. That was for Michelle Cook.
A motion has been made and seconded to raise concept number 3 under section 4 of the agenda and act concerning early educator pay equity. Representative Paris,
Paris is a yes.
Senator Marr,
Senator Mars, yes.
Representative Wieslander,
Representative Wieslander votes yes.
Senator Cohen, Representative Dauphiné,
Rep. Dauphiné is a no.
Senator Martin,
No.
Representative Belton,
Yes.
Representative Boyd, Representative Comey,
Yes.
Representative Kipp,
Yes.
Senator Kushner, Representative Lanu,
No.
Senator Marks,
Yes.
Representative Martinez,
Yes.
Representative Mastro Francesco, Representative McGee,
Yes.
Representative Pizzuto. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. I appreciate that. Next on our list, we have an act increasing the number of children permitted in family child care homes. This bill would simply increase the maximum number of children of a family child care home if there is an OEC approved assistant present from 9 to 12. So simply just moving the allotment of children from 9 children to 12 children in a family home care program. May I have a motion on the floor to raise this item?
So moved.
So moved by Marr. Second? Second by Belton. Thank you. Any discussion? Seeing no discussion, I'd like to take a voice vote. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Abstentions? The ayes have it. Thank you very much. Next, we have an act expanding the eligibility for the Birth to 3 program. This bill would essentially, this concept involves broadening the program scope to include more children who may not meet the strict criteria for developmental delays or disabilities, but who face circumstances putting them at an increased risk for developmental challenges in the Birth to 3 program. May I have a motion on the floor to raise this item?
So moved.
So moved by Marr. Second. Second by Wieslander. Any discussion? Senator Martin.
Mr. Chair, can
Yes.
you explain a little bit more regarding who are we missing that are not included currently in the programs?
Senator, I would most certainly like to explain that a little bit more, but I do not want to undermine the work of the Office of Early Childhood, and so I would refrain from doing that so that I don't put out the wrong information on this specifically, sir.
Is that who the bill is being requested?
The bill's
Yes,
not
sir.
being requested through OEC, it's being requested through advocates, but the OEC would implement the bill and would provide information and guidance to us on how best to make the bill move forward.
Okay, thank you, Mr.
Thank you, Senator. Any further discussion? Seeing no further, Representative Dauphiné, my apologies.
I just wanted to, I'll be a no on this.
Thank you, Representative. Any further discussion? Seeing none, Mr. Clerk, will you please call the roll?
A motion has been made and seconded to raise agenda item number 5 under section 4. An act expanding eligibility for the Birth to 3 program.
Hold the vote, please, for 1 second, Senator Martin.
Yeah, thank you. I'm sorry, Mr. Chair. I was just thinking, if some of these are good ideas, but without the better explanation, it makes it difficult for us to vote yes to follow up with, the public hearing aspect of it. So, I'm going to be a no on this, but I just would, if we could, moving forward, when we do this again, it'd be great to have just a little bit more information. All right. Thank you.
Senator, I appreciate that suggestion, and I believe every member of this committee would certainly agree with you. I think the challenge that we have with this committee is that we have deadlines that are come up much faster than many other committees here. That's the unfortunate part of being a B committee, which I think that we are an A committee. And Senator, if you're committed to that, I think we should change the joint rules next year.
How we changed the subject here, so.
I'm just trying to be bipartisan, good sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Clerk, you may continue.
A motion has been made and seconded to raise agenda item number 5 under section 5, enact expanding eligibility for the Birth to 3 program. Representative Paris,
Harris is a yes.
Senator Marr,
Senator Marr votes yes.
Representative Wieland,
Representative Wieland votes yes.
Senator Cohen, Representative Dauphiné,
Rep. Dauphiné votes no.
Senator Martin,
Martin, no.
Representative Belton,
Yes.
Representative Boyd, Representative Comey,
Yes.
Representative Kitt,
Yes.
Senator Kushner, Representative Lanu.
No.
Thank you. Senator Marks,
Yes.
Representative Martinez,
Yes.
Representative Mastro Francesco, Representative McGee,
Yes.
Representative Pizzuto, Representative Boyd,
Pass. I have no idea what we're voting on.
You can certainly count on Representative Boyd to be a faithful member. Thank you, sir. Welcome.
thank you.
Item number 6, an act concerning school libraries. This bill would require that the boards of schools and public libraries to have policies for the curation and removal of library materials. It would also place certain restrictions on removal based on perceptions of the author or content, and would protect librarians and library staff from the liability for good faith actions and from harassment. May I please have a motion to raise this item?
So moved.
So moved by Senator Marr and an emphatic second from Senator Marks. Is there any discussion on this item? All right, we're going to go Senator Marr, Representative Dauphiné, Representative Wieland, in that order. Oh. That's it. Representative, thank you, Senator.
Thank you. Just a few comments. This bill was heard last year with great vigor on both sides of the aisle, I think. And I was a no then, and I will be a no today. Thank you.
I rose my hand last. I didn't mean to jump the line. I was not here for that debate, and I'm sure that it will be another vigorous debate, whether it's here in the committee, and it should get out of committee to either the Senate or the House. I don't know if I'm ready to give this a librarian the responsibility of deciding what should be seen or not seen, or as a book in the library. I think currently, and I could be wrong, but I think currently those issues are decided on a local level regarding school districts and the municipality with local school with the local library. I've never been on a library board, so I don't know all the ins and outs of it. But I'm going to speak as a parent of 4 kids, 4 grandchildren. And I know that parents want a say as to what is seen and unseen in the school libraries and available, particularly age appropriate. I think that's what the concern is here. We all want freedom of speech, and I think that should be. But there are rights and wrongs, and there's a certain level of morality that we need to, as a body, as a society, need to decide on what's appropriate, what is not appropriate. And I think that falls on the parents in particular, along with the legislative body, whether it be here or on a municipal level. And then to allow a individual to make that decision solely alone, and then to protect that person with not to be able to be held accountable, I don't think that's the right thing to do, particularly if those books are not appropriate for whatever age that we see fit. So I'm going to be a no on this, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Marr.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I have been on the library board in Wilton. I also have worked a great deal with a large number of librarians and the Library Association. I know librarians, my mother-in-law was one. I know librarians are very well trained. They are professionals. They have a process by which they choose their books. They also have processes for reconsideration of books. While I absolutely support Senator Martin's wanting to have a decision about what his children read, perhaps what my children would read would be different than what his children would read. And therefore, I want a librarian to have the ability to choose books that my children might want to read and that others might want to read so that they can see themselves. As we know, and we've heard this before, books are both a mirror and a window, and therefore they need to exist in libraries so that people can see themselves and also see a world that they might not see in their day-to-day life. And we need to protect our librarians and our libraries because they are under attack. So, all of that being said, this is a concept. We're not here to debate the bill, but I did want to respond in that way. So thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Madam Co-Chair. Representative Boyd.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just don't want the cart to get too ahead of the horse here. Like, we're raising a concept. I was not part of some of these debates last time. I'm curious. This is a hot topic on both sides. But with a one sentence, it sounds like we need to have some framework around it. How that settles is a different thing, but we started to head down the path of debating the merits of a bill, and I just think it's good to remind everybody it's one sentence, and we're agreeing to hear it. And I think it's something that should be heard.
Thank you, Representative. That is much appreciated. Any further discussion? Representative Lanou.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I wasn't planning on speaking on this item today. However, after hearing a lot of the debate, and I was really trying to be deliberative on this. Number one, I don't agree with censorship. I think that's something we have to be very, very careful of. I also absolutely agree wholeheartedly with the idea that books are mirrors and windows. Yes, absolutely, but we don't want to be Pandora's box, especially for our children. And to determine, again, the senator made a good point as far as what might be decent for one family, maybe could be viewed as indecent for another. That's why it's so very vitally important that we leave this at the local level, boards of education, parents, educators, local communities making those decisions as far as what's decent for their children in their community. I love our librarians. Matter of fact, I hold office hours, legislative office hours in 2 different libraries in my district. I love our librarians. I trust our librarians. But we in another bill today, we're talking about autonomy, being autonomous and having checks and balances. We need to make sure we keep that in place here. Very, very important. And we these discussions as far as what books belong in what school libraries belong at the local level. So for those reasons, I am going to be voting no today. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative. And I do appreciate the general reminder that, again, we are not debating the content of the bill, but the character of the concept. And I just want to be sure that this spirited debate will continue as we bring it forward to a public hearing. Thank you all very much. With that said, seeing no other further discussion, Mr. Clerk, please call the roll call.
A motion has been made and seconded to raise agenda item number 6 under section 5. An act concerning school libraries. Representative Paris.
Paris is a yes.
Senator Marr.
Senator Marr votes yes.
Representative Wieslander.
Representative Wieslander votes yes.
Senator Cohen. Representative Dauphiné.
Rep. Dauphiné votes no.
Senator Martin.
Martin, no.
Representative Belton.
Yes.
Representative Boyd. Could you speak it into the mic, please?
Boyd, aye.
Thank you. Representative Comey.
Yes.
Representative Kitt.
Yes.
Senator Kushner. Representative Lanu.
No.
Senator Marks.
Yes.
Representative Martinez.
Yes.
Representative Mastro Francesco. Representative McGee.
Yes to draft.
Representative Pizzuto. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Clerk. I appreciate it. Once again, votes will be held open until the start of the first session today. Item number 7, an act concerning water safety and swim instruction. This is a bill that has and program that has been long supported by the legislature and has come before this committee before. This bill would essentially provide funding to DEEP to partner with a nonprofit organization to provide swim lessons to youth who may not otherwise be able to access swim lessons. May I have a motion to please raise item number 7 on the agenda?
So moved.
So moved by Senator Marr. Is there a second? Second by Representative Martinez. Any discussion? Representative Dauphiné, ma'am, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just wanted to say that this did come up last year. I think it was last year we heard this. I'm not in support of the taxpayers paying for swim lessons, so I will be a no on this. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative, for your comments on that concept. Any further discussion? Senator Martin.
I believe we heard this 4 years ago as well, so I'll be no as well.
4 more years it is. Thank you, Representative Martin. I appreciate you. Any further discussion? Seeing no further discussion, Mr. Clerk, please take the roll.
A motion has been made and seconded to raise agenda item number 7 under section 5, an act concerning water safety and swim instruction. Representative Paris.
Paris is a yes.
Senator Marr.
Senator Marr votes yes.
Representative Welander.
Representative Welander votes yes.
Senator Cohen. Representative Dauphiné.
Rep. Dauphiné votes no.
Senator Martin.
No.
Representative Belton.
Yeah.
Representative Boyd.
Boyd, aye.
Representative Comey.
Yes.
Representative Kitt.
Yes.
Senator Kushner. Representative Lanu.
Yes.
Senator Marks.
Yes.
Representative Martinez.
Yes.
Representative Mastro Francesco. Representative McGee.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Item number 8, an act concerning the Legislative Commissioner's recommendations for technical revisions to statutes relating to children. We want our children to understand grammar, punctuation as best as they possibly can, and we want to also support our LCOs in that. This annual bill will be fixing any grammatical issues in our statutes. May I please have a motion on the floor to raise this concept? Okay, well, so moved by Representative Kitt. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Representative Belton. Sorry, Senator. Any discussion? Seeing no discussion, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. All opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. Thank you. The ayes have it. Next item, and we're almost to the end, folks. Praise God for that. An act concerning children's safety. This is a placeholder bill for any issues that may arise later in the session concerning. Did we do number 9? My apologies. Let's go back. My apologies. I skipped over number 9, which is also a placeholder. An act concerning children's programs. This is a placeholder bill for any issues that may arise later in session concerning children's programs. May I please have a motion to raise? I don't even want to. May I please have a motion to raise item 9 on the agenda? So moved by Representative Kitt. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Representative McGee. Any discussion? Senator Martin.
Thank you,
You're
Mr.
welcome.
Chair. I'll be a yes on this. However, there are some of my colleagues that, and I'm sure you've heard in the past, that don't think that placeholders should move forward without some further description of what's in these bills. But I have seen the value of these placeholders, so I will be a yes onto this.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Senator. And just for everyone at home, I totally understand the concern around the placeholders, but it does allow for us to have an additional vehicle to increase our ability to provide more policy that will continue to help families and children across our state. And hopefully we'll be able to bring more ideas from a bipartisan level to help support that.
Yeah, I agree with the concept of using the placeholders as long as that we've had a public hearing on a particular subject matter.
Thank you, Senator, for those comments. I appreciate it. With that said, yep. Oh, Representative Dauphinay, my apologies. Did not see your hand.
Thank you. I was just going to solidify that I'm one of the no's on the placeholders.
Thank you, Representative. Any further discussion? Seeing none, Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
A motion has been made and seconded to raise agenda item number 9 under section 5, an act concerning children's programs. Representative Paris.
Yes.
Senator Marr.
Yes.
Representative Wieland.
Yes.
Senator Cohen. Representative Dauphinay.
Rep. Dauphinay's a no.
Senator Martin.
Yes.
Representative Belton.
Yes.
Representative Boyd.
Boyd, aye.
Representative Comey.
Yes.
Representative Kitt.
Kit is a yes.
Senator Kushner. Representative Lanou.
No.
Senator Marks.
Yes.
Representative Martinez.
Yes.
Representative Mastro Francesco. Representative McGee.
Yes.
Representative Pizzuto. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next, we have item number 10, which is also a placeholder, an act concerning children's safety. May I please have a motion on the floor to raise item number 10?
So moved.
So moved by Senator Marr. Is there a second? Second by Senator Marks. Any discussion? Seeing no discussion. Any discussion?
I'm sorry. I'm going to be a no on all 4 placeholders. Okay.
Thank you.
Did
Thank
I-
you,
okay.
Representative. Seeing no further discussion, Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
A motion has been made and seconded to raise agenda item number 10 under section 5, an act concerning children's safety. Representative Paris.
Yes.
Senator Marr.
Yes.
Representative Wieland.
Yes.
Senator Cohen. Representative Dauphinay.
Rep. Dauphinay's a no.
Senator Martin.
Yes.
Representative Belton.
Yes.
Representative Boyd. Representative Comey.
Yes.
Representative Kipp.
Yes.
Senator Kushner. Representative Lanou.
No.
Senator Marks.
Yes.
Representative Martinez.
Yes.
Representative Mastro Francesco.
No.
Representative McGee.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item number 11, an act concerning children's welfare. It's also a placeholder bill. May I please have a motion to raise item number 11 on the agenda?
So moved.
So moved by Senator Marr. Is there a second? Second by Representative Belton. Or is there any discussion? Seeing no further discussion, Mr. Clerk, please take the roll.
A motion has been made and seconded to raise agenda item number 11 under section 5, an act concerning children's welfare. Representative Paris.
Harris is a yes.
Senator Marr.
Senator Marr votes yes.
Representative Wieland.
Yes.
Senator Cohen. Representative Dauphinay.
Rep. Dauphinay, no.
Senator Martin.
No. Oh, sorry. Yes.
Representative Belton.
Yes.
Representative Boyd. Representative Comey.
Yes.
Representative Kitt.
Yes.
Senator Kushner. Representative Lanou.
No.
Senator Marks.
Yes.
Representative Martinez.
Yes.
Representative Mastro Francesco.
No.
Representative McGee.
Yes.
Representative Pizzuto. Thank you.
Thank you. And we have our last item, an act concerning children's health, which is also a placeholder bill. May I please have a motion to raise item number 12 on the agenda?
So moved.
So moved by the good Senator Marr. Second. Second by the good Senator Marks. Any further discussion? Seeing no further discussion, Mr. Clerk, will you please call the roll?
A motion has been made and seconded to raise the agenda item number 12 under section 5, An act concerning children's health. Representative Paris.
Paris is a yes.
Senator Marr.
Senator Mars, yes.
Representative Wielander. Senator Cohen. Representative Dauphiné.
Rep. Dauphine's a no.
Senator Martin.
Yes.
Representative Belton.
Yes.
Representative Boyd. Representative Comey.
Yes.
Representative Kitt.
Yes.
Senator Kushner. Representative Lanu.
No.
Senator Marks.
Yes.
Representative Martinez.
Yes.
Representative Mastro Francesco.
No.
Representative McGee.
Yes.
Representative Pizzuto. Thank you.
Thank you all. For the announcement and time of our next day and meeting, we will have a public hearing on February 6th at 1 p.m. The committee will stand at recess. Again, votes will be open until the start of the first session. Thank you very much.
No, just how they do it here.
Bureaucracy.
Turn your camera on.
Is it on?
Hello,
Hey, Christian, how are you, sir?
Representative.
Good, good. Listen, I ran out to my car. My wife's having surgery and I had a break. So I just wanted, are they all done, Christian? I'm assuming they are, right?
Yeah, they're all done.
All right. I wanted to cast my votes like Brian Lanou. I had been speaking earlier. If you have them in front of you, I just don't have the sheet here. I have the regular sheet, but not Brian's.
Sure. You want me to just read the agenda for you and then you'll cast your vote?
Yeah, if that works for you, whatever's easier, sure.
Sure. This would be HB 6180, an act concerning notice of firearms by operators of family child care homes.
Okay, yeah. Oh, I found the sheet. Good. Okay. Yeah. And Brian went, what did he say? Yes, sir. Yeah.
He's no.
No, yeah, it was a no. Actually, yeah. No, I cast my vote as no, Christian. Thank you.
Okay.
And then the financial assistance post-secondary, 6182.
Yep.
What was that? What was Brian's?
Brian's was no.
Yeah, I think most of them were no, weren't they?
They are I think they're all no, but
They're all, yeah, it was good.
but
That's what I was writing down. I said, I must have made a mistake. Please cast my votes for, I can read the numbers if you want as no. Okay. For, yeah.
6183.
6183, no. 6185, no. 5474, no. And 6186, no.
So 5474 and 6186 were voice votes.
Oh, was it just a majority then?
Yep. And then
All right. Yeah.
and then we have item 3 under concepts was a roll call.
Oh, okay. Hang on. Let me turn it over here. Let's see here. Okay. What was that? A voice vote as well?
That was a roll call. Item 3.
Okay. Yeah. Whatever. I think they were no, but we were overruled anyway, right? So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see. Item number 5 was a roll call.
Okay. 5. Let's see. Is that the eligibility for birth to 3 program?
Yes.
Okay, that was a no.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have item 6 was a roll call.
School libraries, okay. Yeah, and that, see, I think my whole team was no, you know.
Yes.
And so just, if you can just do that, and I would, I verify that. Thank you. And, just thank you for holding it open. I
Yes.
never thought they gave her a nerve block and then they were putting her under. So I knew I had some time. I ran out to the car and it was at least allowed me to cast it. I had printed out everything last night. That helped me a lot,
Yes.
So
Okay.
I appreciate it. All right. Thank you so much, Christian.
You
We'll
got it.
talk soon. All right. Bye-bye. Bye.